Okay, we're back. And I don't know what happened. I'm going to wait for everybody to rejoin me. I'm hoping I'm live again. What happened? Let's see if everybody comes back. I have no idea what happened. Guys, what happened? I'm going to give everybody a minute to come back. Take two. I know it's been a while. There's no audio now. I froze. There was no audio. Can you guys hear me? What's up, Craig in South Carolina? I froze up. Am I frozen now? Am I good? Seems good now. It's the shadow. You're back. Yay. Yeah. You were talking about I know what I was talking about. I was talking about The Sopranos, but everybody says I can hear. I don't know. I thought the rapture hit, says Travis. I tried a bunch of times to just restart the same live, and it wouldn't let me. So I had to get out of the whole thing, reboot my computer, and okay, it's all working now. Christine says everybody says good. So sage that shit, says Heidi. I hate it when that happens, says Jacqueline. Jen says, I can hear you. That's fantastic. We're back, says George. Now we're back, says Mark. Can hear you. Brianna, damn it, Zuck. I know. Well, I don't know if it was Facebook or if it's the software that I use to run the show, which it could have been as well, because I use this software so that I can put the graphics and stuff up on the screen. And the software, for anybody that has a Mistress Carrie Backstage Pass, knows that the software allows me to go live in different places. So I can go live on Facebook. I can go live on YouTube. I've talked about eventually maybe moving the show to YouTube, because all the shows are on my YouTube channel after the fact anyway. So if you ever missed an episode, they're all up on YouTube. This software saves them all for me on the drive of the computer, and then I can upload them wherever I want, because I didn't want all the content just sitting on Facebook and having that be the only place that people could access it. So it could have been the software that runs it too. I just hope whatever happens that we don't have this problem next week, because we got plans, motherfuckers. So anyway, you got it, Brianna. It goes back to, Brianna, you got to watch The Sopranos. I used to have these Sopranos parties. I can't wait for the prequel. James Gandolfini's son, Michael, is playing young Tony Soprano. It's the same night as Corn and Stained, which I know. It's the rescheduled date. I had tickets to go to Corn and Stained, and then it fell on my birthday, and it's like a whole thing, and I don't know what to do. But apparently it was time for a commercial break, says Annette. Walter, get the software, says Eric. Bridget says, my PC was sending an email through Gmail, and that stopped working at the same time for about a minute. That's weird. Was it like an EMP? Like, did we just get hit by an electromagnetic pulse? Is that what happened? Now my computer just said it's verifying Microsoft Outlook and Word on my phone. On my computer. Microsoft, can you not do it in the middle of the show? Thanks, I appreciate that. Mark says, I've never seen The Sopranos. Brianna says, David Brito, you can't just discuss the family all over the internet. Let's see. You don't know what you're missing, says Jen. Yeah, I love the show. I think it's great. Producer Mike says, rewatch them all in quarantine. Loved it all over again. There's so many great lines. There's a great Twitter feed that just tweets out quotes from The Sopranos. And I follow it because every once in a while it just comes across my feed and just makes me laugh. So, yeah, pretty hilarious. So it was intermission time, says Eric. Yeah, I guess we needed to have a war room intermission. And now I'm going to have to go in when I put this episode up on YouTube and put this episode up on the website. It's going to be in 2 parts again. So I apologize for that. So anyway, coming up at midnight tonight, episode 67 of the Mistress Carrie podcast is John 5 from Rob Zombie's band and John Five and the Creatures. He's got a new album. It's called Sinner, and it's coming out 2 days before Halloween. Again, thus the Halloween discussion. I want to remind you guys about if you subscribe to the Mistress Carrie podcast, what you also get the Situation Report, which is all of your rock news, music headlines, industry info, and it's all in 5 minutes or less, and you get it every weekday. So if you subscribe to the podcast, you get the weekly episode, which is always an amazing guest, and that comes on Wednesdays, and then you get the sit rep, and then every once in a while, I'm only going to hint this, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's big. There is a good possibility that a bonus episode of the podcast is coming on Friday. I don't know if I should give you another hint. I'm not going to right now. There's a good chance that there's a bonus episode coming on Friday afternoon. So make sure that you hit subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast so that you don't miss it, because it's going to be pretty good. Isn't the Sun coming out with a Sopranos? Kathleen, it's Michael Gandolfini playing a young Tony Soprano. So, and he looks so much like James Gandolfini that like it's perfectly cast. And David Chase has been doing a lot of press just talking about how, yes, it's amazing that he's playing his dad's role, but he wouldn't have been able to do it if he wasn't good, and he's good. So I'm so psyched. Jenny says, I swear you don't age. Oh, I do, Jenny. Trust me, I do. When I get off the floor, I'm like, oh. But I don't know, maybe it's all the caffeine. Mark, I miss you too. Yellowstone on Netflix. I have not seen it, says Kathleen. Kathleen, I have not seen that yet. I should have screenshot it when she froze, says Donna. Well, now I'm going to go back and watch the video and see where it froze. It's crazy. It's going to be on HBO Max. The Sopranos prequel is going to be on HBO Max. I took a pic of my television when she was stuck like that. Was I like this? Yeah, I like to make a lot of weird faces. My husband, when I FaceTime with him, calls them Carrie faces. I make a lot of Carrie faces. She was on earlier, but the treats are gone. Are you guys talking about Wednesday? Yeah, she was on the show already. I bribed her with treats, and then as soon as the treats were gone, she left. Let's see. Annette says, oh my God, he does. I just saw an interview on Sunday morning. Yeah, he looks like his dad. It's crazy. And he's got that like unfortunate 70s haircut in the movie, which I just can't wait. David says, how is your husband, by the way? He's good. He's healthy. He's good. Still far away, but very good. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you asking. It was his birthday recently, so he had to spend his birthday gone. I was able to ship a bunch of stuff and get it to him around his birthday. And he's been asking me like, what do you want for your birthday? Because he's not going to be here for mine either. So Michelle wants to know, do you like horses? Yes. How has the weather been? Beautiful. How's the weather been here or where he is? Where he is hot. So don't forget about the Mistress Carrie Situation Report. And if you're looking for the Mistress Carrie podcast, here is just a few of the places that you're going to be able to track it down. It's basically available anywhere you would listen to podcasts. Just search the Mistress Carrie podcast. If you find that logo, then it's the right one. You can also listen to all of the episodes right on mistresscarrie.com. So if you have never listened to a podcast before, you don't understand how they work, just watching Cocktails in the Worm on Facebook is about as technologically advanced as you get. That's fine. You can literally go to mistresscarrie.com, click on the episode you want to listen to, and there's a player, and you just literally click play, and it's right there. Let's see. Are you excited for your return to the boat? Will, we are going to get into it. I can't fucking wait. I want to also let you guys know we are still holding steady at 114 countries. Although with some of the guests I'm going to have on in the next few weeks, I have a feeling that in the next few weeks, this total is going to go up. And our neighbors to the north continue their dominance. Canada continuing to be the country that listens to the Mistress Carrie podcast more than any other nation on earth besides the United States. So I want to thank all of the Canadians that are checking out the Mistress Carrie podcast. Let's talk about some music and entertainment some music and entertainment headlines, shall we? Don't forget the Led Zeppelin documentary is coming out. The trailer is out right now. It debuted last weekend at the Venice Film Festival. Jimmy Page has been doing a lot of talking about it. I have not seen anything about when they're going to premiere it and where people are going to be able to watch it. It's driving me crazy. The trailer for The Matrix Resurrections is also out, and it looks so good. It's going to be in theaters and on HBO Max on December 22nd, so just in time for the holidays. And I went back because on my radio show, I use a lot of the audio from the podcast from time to time. So if I'm playing Three Doors Down, I'll go back and pull a piece out of the interview with Brad Arnold. And I forgot how much Brad Arnold and I from Three Doors Down talked about Keanu Reeves, because Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down is a firearms enthusiast and does a lot of shooting. He lives on a farm and grew up in, the boonies of Mississippi. And we were talking about all the YouTube videos of Keanu Reeves training for his roles in John Wick and in The Matrix and how proficient he is with guns. And so if you missed the Brad Arnold episode of the podcast, go back and listen to it, because we spent a lot of time talking about Keanu Reeves, which is kind of funny. Want to remind you guys that Tom Morello's album is coming out next month. It's called The Atlas Underground Fire. Chris Stapleton is featured on it. Bruce Springsteen, Eddie Vedder. The guys from Bad Wolves continuing to battle back and forth. Over the weekend, Tommy Vex came back out swinging against the guys in the band, showing screen grabs of like settlements on the percentages of songwriting royalties that they are trying to settle with Tommy's separation from the band. The Bad Wolves have a new album coming out called Dear Monsters that is on the way out the same day as John 5's album Sinner, actually, on October 29th. And, it just bums me out what's going on with Bad Wolves, because I've always liked all of those guys. And I've seen a lot of people commenting like on Twitter, like, you know what, guys, I'm just going to unfollow you guys until you work your shit out, because I'm tired of like getting sucked into your drama. And I think it's hard for fans of a band that, we come to our musicians in a lot of instances for escape and use the music as an escape. And it's really hard when they infight like this and when they take it online and air dirty laundry and motherfuck each other. It sucks. And I just feel bad for all of them, because it's just kind of sucky. Also, we got the announcement today that 61-year-old comedian Norm Macdonald, who is famous for being a cast member of Saturday Night Live, to me, my favorite character that he ever played was Burt Reynolds on Jeopardy. Like, every time I think about it, I laugh. Norm Macdonald passed away of cancer. He has been battling cancer for 9 years. And according to his publicist that confirmed it this morning, he didn't want anybody to know. He didn't want his friends to know. He didn't want his family to know. He wanted to keep it to himself because he wanted to be able to just enjoy his life and his relationships. So nobody knew he was sick. But he passed away. He's been battling cancer for 9 years. And it's really sad because he was so funny. And the reactions have been coming from every comedian. David Letterman wrote this amazing thing about him today, just saying what a brilliant comedian he was, and his delivery and comic timing. It just everybody, Conan O'Brien talking about him. I just thought Norm Macdonald was just so funny, and it just bums me out because he was only 61 years old, and that sucks, and cancer can go fuck itself. Speaking of John 5 and Nikki Sixx, of course, Nikki Sixx, part of the LA Rats as well. And the new 6 a.m. album is coming out in October. It's called Hits, and it's being released to coincide with Nikki Sixx's new book called The First 21, which is his new book about the first 21 years of his life and about moving from a farm in Idaho to LA, creating the persona of Nikki Sixx, and then starting Motley Crue. Trans-Siberian Orchestra announced their tour. They will be at the DCU Center on November 27th. Tickets go on sale this Friday. And what was I going to tell you? Oh, and we're giving tickets away on Pike FM. So you can go to pikefm.com and enter to win them. And there is also a code if you want to get tickets before they go on sale on Friday. The code is TSO21, and that will be good for you to get tickets on Thursday. So if you want to get tickets, you can do it on Thursday. You could try to win them from Pike FM. Go to pikefm.com and throw your name in there, or you can just get them on Friday. But if you've never seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra, they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of their album, Christmas Eve and Other Stories, and they are fantastic live. If you haven't seen them, go see them. It's an unbelievable show. Want to remind you guys about some tickets and some shows that are coming up real quick. The Black Crowes are playing tomorrow night at the Xfinity Center. If you are going, get there early. Do not miss Dirty Honey. That show's tomorrow night at the Xfinity Center. There are still some tickets available. Alice Cooper and Ace Frehley are playing on September 21st, which is next Tuesday, at the Leader Bank Pavilion in Boston. And of course, next Tuesday is also episode 150 of Cocktails in the War Room. So I wish I could go to Alice Cooper, but I can't because we're going to be at the boat, which we will talk about in a minute. And next Sunday, September 24th, Leonard Skinner and Tesla are playing at the Xfinity Center. There are tickets available for all three of these shows. More details can be found on the events calendar at mistresscarrie.com, and there's links there to buy tickets if you guys want to go. Want to remind you guys about Megadeth, who was just in town, sold out show at the Leader Bank Pavilion. If you haven't checked it out yet, Megadeth's Unplugged in Boston album is out. It was recorded 20 years ago, and I am on the Symphony of Destruction intro at the end, talking about, because we did this live on the air. This was an AAF show, and I made the album. Didn't know, and you can't, you know it's me, but you don't, because my voice is really high, going back to how you lose the top end of your voice as you get older, and obviously with the amount of talking I do, my voice has gotten a lot deeper, and so if you haven't checked it out yet, you got to check it out because it's pretty funny. I want to remind you guys about Sunday. I just looked at the forecast. It's supposed to be 82 degrees and sunny. It is going to be an amazing day. The Boston Wounded Vet Run, the 10th annual Boston Wounded Vet Run, is happening on Sunday. It leaves from Boston Harley. It ends at Anthony's in Malden. I am going to have a big tent set up at Anthony's in Malden. We also proud to say that the Mistress Carrie podcast also is one of the sponsors, and we're going to be on the t-shirt, and just really excited to be part of the ride. You can get more details on the website, theyfoughtweride.com, but the weather is going to be beautiful. And if you do not ride a motorcycle, you do not have to ride a motorcycle to get involved with the event. You can go straight to Anthony's in Malden and just go to the finish. They always have amazing speeches. There's usually musical guests at the beginning and the end. There's tons of vendors, tons of bikes to look at. Definitely something that, you know, maybe the kids are going to have a good time walking around looking at all of the motorcycles. Usually all the beneficiaries of the money raised at the ride are there to make speeches. And because Andy Biggio, the author of The Rifle, who's been on the Mistress Carrie podcast, is also the one that started this run, there is probably a good chance that some of the World War II veterans from The Rifle are going to be there as well. So Andy's just always amazing about bringing in amazing speakers and just inspirational individuals. And I'm really excited about it. So look for the Mistress Carrie tent. I will be set up at Anthony's of Malden, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Super excited about it. Okay, I saw you guys posting about mail call. Got a card. It says, "You are my absolute favorite." Oh, and it's written in purple. Dear Mistress Carrie and Wednesday, I just want to thank you for everything that you do. I enjoy watching your show every Tuesday. You bring joy and laughter. I have watched every episode and listened to the podcast, which I love. Congratulations on your new job and your husband. Purple is my favorite color too. Thanks for everything. By the way, just a reminder, you are the star of the day, and here's a little something for you. And Wednesday, please enjoy. You deserve it. Your friend, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. So I'll show you what she got me first. She got me this amazing purple tumbler that has, see that in there? So cool. Kind of matches the hair too. Like, it's pretty close. It says, shake me for a glitter party. How cool is that? And like inside, it's like, oh wait. What's the little card say? Hi there. I'm not like most drink bottles. Not only am I mesmerizing and sparkly, but I also require some tender loving care. Okay, so this is just the care instructions for it. I thought somebody was sending me like a little secret note or something. All right, so that is really cool. This is fucking hilarious. You guys know how much Wednesday loves her crinkly toys? She got Wednesday her own Dunks. And it squeaks and crinkles. I don't know where Wednesday went, though. She's got to be asleep somewhere. This is so cute. And what? I think you, like, it has a little Velcro door. Like, I'm not trying to be dirty. I'm trying to figure out, like, I think you put dog treats in there. Not fingers. Yeah, go ahead and screenshot that one. This is really cool. She's going to love it. She loves crinkle. I don't know what it is about that. She loves. Same thing. Where did her clam go? She took her clam because it's crinkly. But it's so cute. So thank you so much. You guys spoil Wednesday, seriously. It's not even funny how much you spoil her. So thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it. I'm trying to hear her and see if she's running around someplace, but I don't hear her anywhere. Okay. Want to remind you guys, even though the forecast looks like it's going to be in the 80s on Sunday, that the cold weather is coming. There are Cocktails in the War Room hoodies and beanies available in the store right now. And I am going to have a bunch of stuff at the boat as well next Tuesday, which let's talk about that, shall we? Yeah, why not? I can't fucking wait for next week, guys. I talked to the guys from the boat the other day. Tickets are selling well, but if you guys are going to come, I would suggest getting your tickets in advance. We're expecting some to be available at the door, but I don't know how many. And now that it's the last week going in, I think we announced the party so far back that I think some people were waiting to find out whether or not COVID restrictions were going to tighten up. And now that we're a week out, we pretty much know the show is going ahead full. And it's happening next week. I cannot wait for the show. It's going to be amazing. Doors open at 6:00. There's going to be an acoustic duo playing while you eat dinner. If you want to come and get food, or if you just want to come and have cocktails, either way, doors open at 6:00. Josh Dolan is going to dust off his stand-up comedy chops and is going to be warming up the crowd before the show starts at 8:30. If you're not able to join us, don't worry. We're going live at 8:30 like we always do for episode 150 of Cocktails in the War Room. Mike Shue is coming to co-host the show as he has done before. He was there for the 1 year anniversary. He was there for the last nightly episode 80. And Mike Shue is going to be back co-hosting next week's show as well. And also we're going to have a whiskey tasting from Regimental Whiskey, which is a veteran-owned and operated distillery. Distillery. And they are going to be debuting the Mistress Manhattan, and they're going to be doing samples, which is going to be great. And the Shadows of Boston, who just released their first EP. Scruffy Wallace, formerly of the Dropkick Murphys, the bagpiper from the Dropkicks. This is his new band. It is filled with veterans themselves. And if you love, Celtic punk music, good pub drinking music, then you are going to love the Shadows of Boston. They have not played a live show together in front of anyone yet. And they're going to do it next week at the boat, next Tuesday night. And so as soon as Cocktails in the War Room is over, the band is going on. And it's going to be awesome. So get your tickets. They're only $10. You can get them. There's an Eventbrite link. If you go to mistresscarrie.com, go to the events calendar, and there is a link there. But get your tickets before. I just don't want anybody to think I'll just get them at the door and then for you to drive to the boat and have there not be any tickets available, because I think there are going to be some people that go there looking for tickets the night of, people that might not be sure if they got a babysitter yet or whatever. So if you definitely know that you're coming, get your tickets in advance. Donna wants to know if I can stream Josh's show. No, for a couple reasons. One, because the show doesn't start till 8:30. Two, he hasn't done stand-up in a while. And, stand-up comedians, they work that material for a while. And so I wouldn't want to put all of the new material he's been working on, which is all new material that I believe he's going to debut it at the boat. And then it'll keep people from wanting to go and see him at other places. He is going to come on the show, though. So don't feel like you're not going to see Josh. I'm going to talk to the guys from Shadows of Boston on the show as well. So if you're not going to be able to join us live, if you're only going to be able to stream the actual show, you're going to hear from Josh. You're going to hear from the guys from Regimental Spirit. You are going to hear from the guys from Shadows of Boston. You're just not going to be able to see everything, which is why I really want you to come. Do they have problems with wheelchairs? Not to my knowledge. To my knowledge, every place has to be accessible. And I will tell you that if there were any problems, we will fucking carry you in your chair into that place. If you want to come, if you're in a wheelchair, we're getting you in. But I do not believe that there are issues with wheelchairs. The whole place is one level and we will absolutely accommodate. So, Mark, I am going to have some of the flyers there. I got some printed per your suggestion. And I got some flyers printed to hand out at the Boston Wounded Vet Run. And I will also have some of the flyers at the show. I also want to let you guys know that I am going to have concert tickets to give away at the show as well. So there's going to be a lot going on. And I am super excited about next week. So help me spread the word. Make sure that we're sharing the Eventbrite link to make it easy for people to be able to go and buy tickets. I keep putting it up as my Instagram story. But can I stream the band? No. We were going to try and see if we might be able to stream like a song. But no, because, there's all kinds of licensing stuff with music and whatever. So, can we get the poster? I am going to have some of them there. So, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm psyched. Jonathan says, I have a surprise for Shu. Let's see. I might have to bring my wheelchair. Christine, wait, who said that? Oh, Michelle. Michelle, you got to do what you got to do. You need to bring a wheelchair, bring a wheelchair. We'll get you in. Don't threaten me with a good time, says George. Can't come. I'm in Florida. Can I get a flyer? We could probably get you one, Christine. Let me see what I can do. But that's what they look like. So, super excited about it. And I can't wait. So yes, we will have some flyers available, some posters too, so that you guys can get Shu and Josh Dolan and the band and stuff to sign them. I'm super psyched about it. I think it's going to be an absolutely awesome night. And it's going to be a blast. So I can't wait to see you guys. If you're on the fence about it, just get your tickets and come. 150 episodes. It doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem possible that we're at episode 67 of the Mistress Carrie podcast and that we're at 150 episodes of the War Room. We've done this 150 times since last March 14th, which just is insane. It's insane. It's crazy. So next week, guys, be there. Can't wait. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. We always cheers birthdays here in the War Room. If today is your birthday, you share it with Nas, you share it with Amy Winehouse, and you share it with a guy named Morten Harket. You may not recognize his name, Morten Harket. He's Norwegian. Morten Harket is the lead singer of Aha. They had the one big song, Take On Me. You know the video. I love that song to this day. I love the video to this day. Yeah, you know it. And you try to hit those falsetto notes, can't, but you try. So happy birthday, Morton Harkett from AHA. And happy unbirthday, Keith. Brianna already got it in there. Need a driver. I have your ticket, says Betty. So yeah, you know what, guys? Partner up. Figure it out. Meet each other there. There's so many people that hang out in the war room every week that have never met. The last time we were up at the boat, the COVID restrictions were still pretty scary. There's going to be more people that are allowed to go this time. And I just can't wait to see you guys all meeting each other in person. I love seeing you guys get together. I love the family that we've created here in the war room. And to be able to see you guys out enjoying yourselves together, doing the things we've been talking about doing for the last 148 episodes before tonight. Get your tickets. It's going to be a blast. So happy birthday. And hopefully somebody's going to be having a birthday at the boat next week so that we can cheers you properly. I also want to say what's up to everybody that has Mistress Carrie backstage passes. The backstage passes are available on Patreon. They get you access to an exclusive live stream every month. I tip off the people with the backstage passes on who's going to be on the podcast every week and let them know when I'm scheduling interviews so they can submit questions if they have them. You also get early access to events and tickets. Like when we were planning the boat, the people with the backstage pass knew days ahead of time and were given access to the link before we even announced it to make sure that they got their tickets. They also get access to a lot of concert tickets that I get my hands on. And so the people with the backstage passes, there's a lot of benefits. There's also coupon codes to get discounted merchandise in the online store. There is a lot of stuff. You get exclusive photos and blog posts and, so if you don't have a Mistress Carrie backstage pass, you can get it at patreon.com/Mistress Carrie or just click the Patreon button on mistresscarrie.com, which, by the way, here are all of the places that you can find me. My TikTok page is starting to get a lot of videos and segments from the podcast put up there. If you are looking for a gift that keeps on giving, I make cameo videos. So if you're looking for a birthday or an anniversary or whatever, and you want a special video, I can do that for you. And you can also find me on Instagram. You found me on Facebook, obviously, and you can follow me on Twitter at Mistress Carrie. But everything is linked. Everything can be found at mistresscarrie.com. Keith says, I can't make it to the boat. I have prior commitments. Keith, we're sorry that we're going to miss you. Next time, I am not quite mobile enough. Travis, we will be there with you in spirit. We will all cheers to you. Mine is Monday the 20th. Does that count? Jonathan, it's close enough. You might win being the closest. We'll see. Keith, we'll miss you. You better be there for 200. Yeah, it's crazy. Like 200 is going to be early September of next year, right? Crazy pants. So we'll have to figure out something for next September. Maybe we'll grow the War Room family bigger and we'll have to find a bigger place. Or maybe I don't know. But we'll figure it out. We have some time. Let's get through 150 right now. Let's see. Carol says, sorry, I can't make it. This is the first thing I'll miss. It's okay, Carol. You'll be there with us in spirit. Join us virtually. Hang out with us in the War Room like we're doing right now. But it's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see you guys. It's always fun to get, Mike Shue, Josh Jolin. I'm trying to get some of the other AAFers to make appearances as well. So we'll see what happens. Jen says, I will go to 200. Polar Park. Oh my God. Can you guys imagine if we had cocktails in the War Room at Polar Park? That would be insane. It would be so cool, but it would be insane. Next year, it will be the 2 years on March 14th. Yeah. 2-year anniversary. It just doesn't seem, we're going to need a bigger boat, says Shannon. Now that's funny. Yeah, the food is great too. Are you talking about at Polar Park or are you talking about the boat? Because the food's good at both. But yeah, if you guys are just looking to like eat something, you can go to the boat and get something to eat. And hopefully the weather's going to cooperate because there's a big outdoor deck that overlooks the lake. And you get some food and it's going to be great. Mark Bishop says, get Isaiah there. We're working on it. Trust me. Trying to get Stiz to come, just trying to get everybody to come. It would be great to kind of get everybody together. So that would be awesome. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think we're done. Episode 67 of the Mistress Carrie podcast goes live at midnight tonight, featuring John 5 from, John 5 and the Creatures, or Rob Zombie's band, or the LA Rats. This episode sponsored by Digital Federal Credit Union at dcu.org and also by Jag in Detroit at jagindetroit.com. So I want to thank the sponsors as well. 6 string for 200, says Mark. That would be amazing. We have to wear pants, Ryan says. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, you got to be dressed appropriately. There's food. You put pants on. I know we've been spending a lot of time at home, but just put your pants on. Good night, Mark. Good night, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again each and every week here in the War Room. And next week we will be live at 8:30, live from the boat. Do not be late. Join us. The show is going to be legendary. All right, I'll see you guys later. Good night, guys. Check out the podcast. It goes live at midnight.